Okay, good afternoon. So we are talking now about tomorrow's Memorial Day. Yesterday we read parshas behar. Parshas behar, it tells us that, not to get too attached to land, not to sell land permanently. Kiliya aretz, because the land is mine. Says God, because you are strangers or sojourners and residents with me. There seems to be a contradiction there. Are we strangers? Are we sojourners? Are we immigrants? Or are we teshavim? Are we residents? Are we citizens? Which are we? The answer is we're temporary in this world. We're here as long as we're here. And when we're gone, we're gone. It's like the story with the Chavetz Chaim. The same story told of the tzaddikim. Similar story by Yosef Chaim Sonnenfeld, a little different. So by the Chavetz Chaim, a wealthy man came and he said to him, you're such a famous rabbi. Where's all of your stuff? And he said, well, where's all your stuff? What do you mean? He said, well, it's in my house. I have a big mansion. Chavetz Chaim said, I have a big mansion too. He said, so he said, I have a big mansion. He said, why don't you bring your stuff around with you? He said, that's not practical. He said, then I have a big mansion too. It's in the next world. Excuse me. And so I'm only here temporarily. So Chavetz Chaim said. Degel Machen Ephraim says that he once heard he heard from one sagely person, one wise man, that it says in Tillim, I'm a ger, a stranger, a convert, an immigrant in the land. Don't hide your commandments from me. As he said like this. He said that the ger. I remember I went to yeshiva for Bali Tshuva, and there were a few gerim there too. And the one ger, he didn't tell anybody he was a ger except other gerim. Now we found out by his tenoim, by his chasna, whatever, he's a ger. But until then, we nishkavist. Nobody knew. The other gerim, though, he told. Right? And so it's like that. A ger, he feels he's not Gentile anymore, convert. He's a Jew now. Unfortunately, the Jewish people don't treat gerim the way we're supposed to. We're supposed to, if we have to as a ger, we're supposed to love the convert. We're supposed to love the stranger. Ger Moisa Beretz Mitzrayim, because we were strangers in the land of Egypt. We know what it's like to be the new kid in school. And we should have compassion. Unfortunately, in the real world, as much as it's not supposed to be that way, unfortunately, it doesn't always happen the way it's supposed to be. That's one of the biggest sins the Jewish people have, is that we mistreat gerim. We should really look at gerim, converts, as the heroes of the Klal Yisrael, of the heroes of the Jewish people, and instead they're treated like second-class citizens, especially by the less religious someone is, the more they're going to mistreat converts, because they feel guilty. They know that they're supposed to be, they see someone who didn't grow up like this and they're more pious than them, and they're going to say that they don't believe the whole thing. How do you, I heard it from my boss. He was born in Israel, my supervisor at work. He was born in Israel. I didn't even know, I know he had a Jewish last name, but I didn't even know if he was really Jewish, because maybe just his father was Jewish. No, a Jewish guy, totally not religious. Maybe he goes to a Reform temple in Yom Kippur, So I wouldn't say totally not religious, but he said himself. He said to him, Jewish is it's a culture. It's not a religion. What do you mean it's not a religion? I mean, here I'm saying I pray 3 times a day, and it sounds like a religion to me. If you're praying 3 times a day, you have all these rules to follow and everything. That sounds like a religion to me, And he said, could I just go and become black? How does someone just go and become Jewish? And it's stupid to say that. It's not the Torah way. The Torah way is, but this is what he said to me. And now he said in front of me. He didn't really say it to me. He said it in front of me, and I said, all right. I mean, he's my supervisor. I can't insult him. I was like, all right. So we have different views. To me, it's very much. That's the whole thing. It's a religion. It's the Bible, the prayers, putting on tefillin and tzitzis. That sounds like a religion to me. Anyway, but the real Torah view is that the truth is, Ivanka Trump is a million times more Jewish than an apikoros like George Soros. Yimach Shemo. I don't mind to say Yimach Shemo of George Soros. He's an evil man. He's like a Bond villain in real life. He's a really evil dude, and he's apikoros. He's a heretic. He's an atheist. So he's not a Jew. He can do tshuva. Even if he does tshuva, he should go to a mikveh. Really, according to Ramah, it's not really in the shem geiros. It's the shem tshuva. But still, if he, before he, and it's true that a lot of people say, the Yiddish neshama, he has a Jewish soul. There's no such thing. It's nonsense. Al pi Kabbalah, Rabbi Yitzchak de Me'ako, he was a Talmud of Ramban, and he was a Rishon. And he said, not everybody who's born Jewish has a Jewish soul. You see it by the fruit of who they are. And a man like George Soros doesn't have Yiddish neshama. He's an evil, evil man. But a woman like Ivanka Trump, Yael Trump, she's an ehrliche girl. She tries her best to she's a Yiddish mama. She davens ehrlich, goes to shul, hit Shabbos wie viel mekent, and whatever she has to do that's not kalacha, she finds a heter from a rav, which is okay. You want to question her rabbis? That's the rabbis' issue. The rabbis know what they're talking about. You don't have to question everything. It's a Yiddish mama. That's the halacha. That's real, authentic Judaism. But again, unfortunately, even Tzvishen Inzer, it's hard for a ger to. The ger doesn't feel like he fits in. So he's a goy is a nisht, and a yid is a but they're not mekabelim the way they're supposed to be. Feels a little bit on the outside, but when the ger meets another ger, it's a landsman, and then he can open up his heart and he can talk menschlich. He feels like I found my brother. And the thing is, a Kadosh Baruch Hu is the ger in this world, and Rebbe Melech says the same thing. The Gemach Ephraim says though, Ger Anochi Ba'aretz Al Taseh B'meni Mitzvosecha. David HaMelech, King David said to God, "You're in this world, but not of this world. You're a stranger in this world. I'm just like you. I'm a stranger in this world. Don't hide your commandments from me. You don't have to put on any hairs with me. You can open up your heart. You don't have to pretend you're something you're not. Who's the bigger ger than a Kadosh Baruch Hu? Who's hiding who he is more than God? That God's glory fills the whole universe, and yet it's possible for people to deny him. Rachmana litzlan. And God designed it that way. It's like I heard that I never saw this show, but I heard there's a show, The Undercover Boss. where like a big CEO of a big company will go to to work as just a regular guy, at McDonald's or something, at Krispy Kreme donut, I don't know, wherever he goes, and Starbucks. I mean, everybody knows who Howard Schultz is, so I don't think he could get away with it. I don't know, who knows? A lot of people don't know who Howard Schultz is. So, especially people who work at Starbucks might not know who he is. But, so the big CEO, he's there, and he's behalt sich. He's working among the regular people. That's how God is every day. Because God is here with us, and he's undercover. He's hiding inside of himself, inside the world that he made for us. And King David said, "You don't have to hide from me." I'm like you. I'm in the world, but not of the world. So let's be friends. Let's be brothers, right? Just like the ger with another ger. So ger nichbar tzal tasper menu mitzvasecha. I'm a stranger in the land. Don't hide your commandments from me. It's Degamach Ephraim. He was the grandson of the Baal Shem Tov. He knew the Baal Shem Tov, and he spoke to the Baal Shem Tov supernaturally, telepathically after he lost the Baal Shem Tov from this world. Coming up Shavuos now, he's buried together with the Baal Shem Tov in Mezhmish in the same oil. I was there. Anyway, Baruch Mezhmish is there, the Abdurrah is there, a lot of tzaddikim are buried there. I was there once. So anyway, what were we saying? We're coming up now to Memorial Day, and I'm driving now. 17, and there are big signs: don't drink and drive. And they're not there all year. Why are they there today? Because people are getting drunk because it's Memorial Day. Now, even when we get drunk on Purim, we learn Torah first to get ready. It's not a game. We're in the world, but not of the world. We're proud, patriotic Americans, and we appreciate and we memorialize. We're mindful of what it means that people gave up their lives, so we should have the freedom of religion that we have, and we salute them, and we're mindful of them, and we pray for their souls, and we're appreciative, and we have gratitude for their sacrifice. We make this day a day of memorial, not a day to get drunk. That's what it means to be in the world. We're patriotic Americans, but not of the world. We're not teetotalers. We can drink a little bit once in a while. We can enjoy a drink on Shabbos, something, and make it a spiritual experience. And if you want to do that, you want to drink l'chaim, l'nishmas, all the neshamas of the kedoshim on a day like this, to hate. But stam, to get drunk to the point where there's a havamin or someone will drink and drive, chas v'shalom. It's a thought that God forbid someone would drink and drive, do such a horrible, selfish thing. That's not what this day is supposed to be about. We should be mindful. Think about what the day's all about. That's what it means, ger noichi ba'aretz. I'm a stranger in the world. Ger m'toishavim atim imadi. You want to be with God? You can't. You got to be a little bit of nerd. You can't be normal. You can't fit in with the cool kids, because most of the things they're doing is stupid. You're a stranger. You don't fit in. You're awkward. you're not living the way that the whole world lives. You're not of the world, but you're in the world. You respect this world in a way that they're not respecting it. I don't mean that to be a supremacist in some way. I'm being honest. It's sickening to me that there should even be a thought like that. Don't drink and drive. Of course, don't drink and drive. I'm not saying that people should drink and drive. I'm not saying there should be, but like, why does it have to be now? On Memorial Day, a sign, don't drink and drive? There should be a day, the same thing I said, the 4th of July, all these days. These are days you're supposed to be involved in devotion, in spirituality, and mindfulness. Memorializing, going like was Memorial Day, a decoration day. They would go and visit the graves of the fallen soldiers. That's what it's about. To be mindful of the sacrifice that they made. And the thing is, and the reason I'm saying it's not a supremacist type thing, because there are many good Christians, Muslims, and Buddhists, and others that's how they fear sich. They understand. It's not hefker. It's not just whatever. And the same thing by us. It's not just a day to get wasted and not be mindful and not be memorializing. That's why it's called Memorial Day. It's not called a getting drunk day. You have to be mindful. You have to be devoted to God. And when you live like that, it's too crowded. I'll have to get gas somewhere else. Aladdin. Faye, you want to see Aladdin? No. You want to see Godzilla when it comes out? Was it next week? You do want to see it? So that's what it's all about. To be mindful. The same thing. You enjoy something in the world. And if you are drinking or you are enjoying a movie or you're doing whatever you do, be mindful of God. Be mindful of what the day means. And it's not just Memorial Day, it's every day. Now we're in Sfiras HaOmer. And there's a cliche that's very meaningful. Don't just count the days, make the days count. You know what I'm saying? We're counting up to Kabbalah Torah. We've got important things to do. Stay up late and learn Torah and go to the mikveh in the morning and become Jews. Like the Pisetzner said. You know, when he turned 40 years old, I think he said he decided he wanted to become a ger. And it means in both ways. You know. So thank you for watching. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe, comment. Let's try whatever, and let's try to make the most out of every day and do something and accomplish something. All right. Please share these videos if you enjoy them. All right. Thank you.